That Sessions recused himself from any investigation into Russia.
I am disappointed in the Attorney General. He should not have recused himself almost immediately after he took office. And if he was going to recuse himself, he should have told me prior to taking office, and I would have quite simply picked somebody else. So I think that's a bad thing, not for the president, but for the presidency.
Now is Washington Times columnist Madison Gesiotto, who was also, by the way, Miss Ohio. So since the president's going there, we'll ask you some questions about Ohio. But first of all, with this Jeff Sessions business, should the president fire Jeff Sessions? Madison?
You know, that's definitely a decision that the president himself is going to have to make. But I totally understand his frustrations and disappointments that he has with this situation. And what I think is really great about him is that he's being transparent and honest about it. He was elected because of how transparent and honest he planned to be to the American people. And instead of hiding the situation and dealing with it behind closed doors, he's speaking publicly about it, and I respect that, and I'm really happy about that.
Like so many other things, it's the way he's speaking about it. It's the death by 1,000 tweets of Jeff Sessions. Even if you don't like Jeff Sessions, or at least what he did with regard to the recusal, it's painful to watch, isn't it, all these tweets about him?
You know, the reality remains, unless there's something we don't know, which I don't believe there is about Jeff Sessions, he did not have to recuse himself, and that's why President Trump is frustrated.
So
and
why
I
doesn't the
that.
president just fire him and get it over with?
Well, because I don't think that's necessarily the conclusion that we have to jump right to, because Jeff Sessions has done a great job when we look at the veracity of him approaching things like MS-13 and sanctuary cities. And so I think what President Trump is expressing is that he'd love to see him take the same veracity to things like investigating Hillary Clinton, which I don't think the Justice Department gave a fair shot.
Because of the good things he's doing, do you think despite the president's frustration over his recusal, he could stay on?
I definitely think he could stay on. I don't know for sure if that's what will happen, but I think it's a possibility.
Madison, I have to ask you about Ohio. That's where the president's plane is off to. That, of course, is Air Force One. We're looking at on the left side of the screen. You can see the president about to depart from Andrews for Ohio. It is the heartland that shocked the heck out of the Democrats when the president won county after county and state after state that previously had gone Democratic. The president, Madison, is holding on to this base, is he not?
Oh, the people in Ohio love President Trump. When I was out there opening rallies on the campaign trail, people were ecstatic about him being there, and I know that now that he's president, they're going to be just as ecstatic tonight in Youngstown. I'm from not far from Youngstown, and I wish I could be there tonight. I know it's going to be a great, great evening. Madison,
thank you so much for being here. Appreciate seeing you.
Thank you.
Breaking news right now, President Trump telling the Wall Street Journal